Hey guys, it's Rachel from Thelittlereadinglamb, and today I'm doing the social media book tag. I'm going to put the original creators link in the down bar, and we're going to jump right into the questions. So the first social media is Twitter, and the question is, what book do you want to share with the world? And for this I picked Dying to Know You by Aidan Chambers, and for the obvious reasons. If you've been watching my channel, you know I just love this book, and it hardly, like on BookTube, I've looked up reviews of it after to see what other people thought of it, because I'm really curious. I usually like to, after I read a book, I watch reviews on it just to see what other people thought, because, you know, it's good to get other people's insight on what they thought. And I haven't seen very many reviews of this, and yeah, so I don't feel like it's known well enough, so yeah, I'd like to share this with the world. So the second social media is Facebook, and this is what book did a friend recommend you? And this is kind of, I don't know, I don't have a lot of friend recommendations for my reading besides like recently like Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead and stuff like that. And I just found one on my shelf. I don't know if it's technically a recommendation, but my two friends were shopping together to get me a present for my birthday, and my one friend recommended to my other friend to buy this for me because she thought I'd like it, and it's Remember Me by Christopher Pike, and I really love this book, and I think both my friends ended up reading it. I'm not sure, but I know they wanted to read it, and it was super good. It's a giant book, but I just flew through it, and it was a really good recommendation because both of them kind of recommended it to me, but they got it for me, so it was kind of a recommendation, and I really loved it. The third social media is Tumblr, and this is, the question is, a book that you read before BookTube but never really raved about much on BookTube. And I picked Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Amber Shares, and I read this series, I believe it was grade 7, yes, grade 7. I read the first 4 books. I think the 4th one was out maybe when I was in grade 8, I'm not quite sure. And then I read the 5th book that came out later, but I haven't really raved about this book, and I really enjoyed it. I read it all in one day. I remember my friend gave it to me Friday, and I stayed up really late reading it, and it was really good. Yeah, and I just really liked this book. So the next social media is MySpace, and this is a book that you plan on not rereading. And for this I picked The 9 Lives of Chloe King by Liz Brissell. And yes, this is 3 books in one because it is a bind-up, but it's made to look like one physical copy book, so I'm counting basically the whole contents of this novel, or novels. And I got not recommended, I mean I got a request to do a review on this when somebody saw my bookshelf tour, and I decided to do a review on it because I had not read it yet and I wanted to read it. And I didn't really enjoy it that much. Like, you guys know I'm not the biggest in paranormal, and basically this is about a girl who develops feline-like abilities, basically. And I didn't really enjoy it that much, and I don't really think I'm going to plan on rereading it. The funny thing about this is, though, these reviews are some of the top viewed videos on my channel, and I don't really, like, almost a lot of the books I did not enjoy are always, like, the top, not the top, but close to the top of my most watched videos, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I don't really plan on rereading this, but who knows what could happen. Some of these questions I realized before I did this, a lot of them were answered in the top 5 Wednesdays, like favorite cover, stuff like that. So my answers could contradict the answers I gave before, but obviously I've changed my mind. I'm not going to go back and look through all. But yeah, so if that's a little different, that's why. So basically the next social media is Instagram, and it's a picture-worthy cover. And I picked the one by Kiera Cass. All of Kiera Cass's covers for the series are gorgeous, and I just think this is like would be a pretty Instagram picture. And the book was actually, obviously a lot of people probably Instagrammed it, but Epic Reads, I followed them on Instagram, and they Instagrammed it and made it look really glamorous and pretty. So that's part of the reason I picked it. And I just love how it's all white and the flowers at the bottom of the dress is just really pretty. So the next social media is YouTube, and the question is, what book would you like to see turned into a movie? And for this I picked I've Got Your Number by Sylvie Kinsella, and I really loved this book, and I find it would make a good movie, be a good cute chick flick, and yeah, I just think it'd make a really good film. And the last social media is Skype, and for this it's what characters would you love to talk to in real life, like come to life, I guess. And for this I picked Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because I find the characters in this book would be really cool to talk to, and I just love Rainbow Rowell's characters. They're really cool, and yeah, I think these characters are quite relatable, so I think that'd be interesting. So yeah, that was all the social medias, and I don't know if this counts, but you know, guys know the app Snapchat? Well, I don't have the app Snapchat, but this is a kind of a funny story. I don't know if you guys would really laugh at it. But basically my sister, she has Snapchat, and she's like obsessed with it. My brother has Snapchat. I just don't get it because I don't want to get a billion for my sister. But, and I don't really have the time to do that. But it's really funny because my sister will be talking and be like, what are you on, Snap Pal? And she's like, it's not Snap Pal. And like flips out. It's It's hilarious. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!